everybody, welcome back to CELPIP Live. Here is your trivia question for the day. Which Canadian author did not attend school full time until she was 12 years old, but currently holds more than 25 honorary degrees from institutions all over the world? Let me know the answer in the comments below and please do not Google. I will reveal the response at the end of our segment. For now, let's start our show. New here, CELPIP Live is an interactive YouTube series made to help CELPIP test takers understand a little bit more about the CELPIP test. So if you're about to write the test, or if you know somebody else who is, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as we go live. In today's episode, we're talking to Soroush Azani from ILIA Academy. He has some new and interesting tips on how to optimize our time while preparing for the test so you can get more practice in a certain amount of time. So let's go say hello to him. Hi, Soroush. Welcome to CELPIP Live. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me here.
No, of course. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sure. Yeah.
So we've got a few people waiting already, so I'm just quickly going to get started. I did introduce you a little bit in the beginning, but I would like to hear from you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at ILIA Academy.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here on CELPIP Live to share my experiences and insights with all of you. My name is Soroush Hazani, and I have the privilege of serving as the founder and owner of ILIA English Academy. During the past 28 years, I've had various roles in the field of education and language instruction, such as ESL, an EFL instructor, director of studies, HR officer, supervisor, and teacher trainer. I have also worked for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR. I was there for 2.5 years. If I'm not mistaken, it was like June 2004 to the end of 2006. I'm also the holder of international teaching and teacher training certificates from Cambridge and British Council. And I'm also CELPIP and KEL certified.
Wonderful. Um, so, since you clearly have so much experience and expertise in the testing industry, in the English language testing industry especially, tell us a little bit about the academy. For example, like what kind of tests are more popular? How many students do you help on an average? Things like that.
Of course. ILIA English Academy is a Vancouver-based online language school for IELTS, CELPIP, ESL, French, and Spanish with 28 years of professional background. And we currently deliver courses to students from all around the world. Our dedicated teachers are located in Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, Calgary, and as far as Costa Rica, because we also have Spanish classes, and our Spanish teacher is originally from that country, and she gets connected from there.
Wow.
Yeah. We are also proud to be CELPIP Network official
Great.
member and an approved center in Canada. We currently offer both training classes and mock tests to all the applicants who are interested in taking this test. Uh, there are a couple of things which make our school different. First of all the teachers in our school are CELPIP certified with at least 15 years of professional background. We are also, this is the adjective that many of the students use when they want to describe and talk about our classes. They say we are very fast paced. I mean, students do not stay here with us for a long time. If you ask me how many students we have at the moment, I cannot tell you because, like this afternoon, some students will say goodbye to us, some other students will join. And the fees are also very reasonable in comparison with other like schools, I think. And About the services that we offer at ILIA English Academy, we have general English classes for basic, elementary, and pre-intermediate students, power English classes for intermediate, upper intermediate, and advanced students, IELTS preparation, bi-weekly IELTS mock test, CELPIP preparation, CELPIP mock test, KL preparation classes, job interview preparation course, free discussion, English grammar clinic. This is a very special course, and essay writing for high school and college students, French and Spanish.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Um, so something that you said kind of caught my attention. You said fast paced, and that makes a lot of sense to me because most of the people who are writing the CELPIP test, people who take our test are people who have jobs, who have children, and so I think they would appreciate fast pace. So we personally have a lot of tips for preparing on CELPIP test. For some of you who've been with us from the beginning, have watched Brandy's videos, and you know kind of where our tips and suggestions are. But we would like some tips from you on what our test takers could do before they start preparing for the test, so they can get to the test like already like prepared, and like they can reduce their time of preparation.
Okay, so mm, if you would like me to talk about some tips on how to better prepare yourself for the self-tip test, I would say, first of all, remember that this test, I mean, self-preparation is a is a gradual process. And the key to success is the consistency, in my opinion. First of all, you need to be fully informed of the test format. You need to understand the format of the test. Second thing, you need to know about your present level, I mean, your current proficiency level. Then try to create a study plan for yourself. Work on your vocabulary, prepare, I mean, build with good vocabulary. And then one very important thing that many students do not pay attention to is that many learners of English have grammar gaps. They are very fluent when maybe somebody says, "I've been living here in Canada for so many years." But preparing for a test is totally a different thing. So are you sure that you know all the grammatical structures? Do you know conditional sentences, active and passive? Make sure that you don't have any grammar gaps and enhance your grammar skills. The other important thing is working on your listening. I strongly believe that the entry to learning any language in the world is through your ears. So when a child is born, he cannot start to speak. He needs a couple of months to gather things from his like surroundings, from his parents, like siblings, like relatives, and he starts making folders in his mind. And his mind, then after 8 or 9 months, he starts to speak. So first, you need to work on these two. When you work on these two, so because you don't know a deaf person who can speak, who can write, who can read. So when you make sure that your ears are wide open and you hear every single thing, so then you can make sure that your other skills will also improve through the course of time. Another thing, in order to be a successful test taker, take mock tests, take frequent mock tests, get tested by a professional school or a professional person. And don't forget to seek professional guidance from experts, from professional people. If you know a teacher from so many years ago, contact that person and ask him to evaluate you, to give you some tips on how to improve yourself. And one very important thing that many students do not pay attention to is your health. take care of your health. I know so many students, they the night before their actual test, they just sleep for 3 or 4 hours. So adequate sleep and also a balanced diet, regular exercise. Maybe they sound funny, but they are really important. It's a 3 hour test. You need to maintain your energy and focus from the very first second of the listening part to the last second of the speaking part. You need to be the same person with the same focus and energy from the very first second to the last second. I mean, let me tell you, for the students who study with us, we tell them that it reminds me of like COVID-19, the quarantine time. I always ask them to quarantine yourself for 24 hours before the actual test day. What to eat, what to wear, I mean, do whatever which makes you happy, full of energy, the real you on the test day. Sleep enough. I mean, have a good food the night before. So these are a couple of things that I think are really important in order to be successful on the test day.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, I think eating and sleeping, people overlook it, but I know the value of sleeping at least.
Of course.
Definitely. Okay, so we spoke a little bit about what we can do before the test. I want to know, for our test takers who are adults and like have full-time jobs, really don't have a lot of time to prepare. What tips can you provide them to kind of like optimize their learning and prep for like all four components in a way
Sure.
that saves them time?
Yeah, yeah. So I started with those pre-tests, like
Yeah.
process, and now let's see what we should do. So first of all, as I mentioned in the previous question, so you should create a study schedule that fits your daily routine, considering your work and the family commitments that you may have. Uh, the second thing could be allocate specific time slots for self preparation, even if it's just like 10 or 15 minutes a day. We have so many students calling us, they are married, they have kids, they have they go to work and they have to stay at work and be there for so many hours, and when they get home it's like 6 p.m. and they don't have a lot of time to study. So even like 15 or 30 minutes a day, it depends on actually when you're planning to take the test. If you're planning to take the test next week, a week from today, so you should work on a different schedule. Um, as I mentioned earlier, improve your listening skills by regularly listening to English audio materials such as podcasts, radio shows, and news broadcasts while you're in the car driving to work. I mean, try to make the best use of every second of your time. Especially these days, you can have your headset on while you're on metro or like SkyTrain, and then reading skill, improving your reading skills. Read English newspapers, magazines, online articles to improve your and enhance your reading comprehension. Um, Native speakers, talk to native speakers and ask them to help you. I mean, in order to identify areas for improvement, they have lots of priceless tips to help you improve. Engage in conversations with those native speakers. If you work in an English speaking environment, if like the people who are your colleagues are um, all English speaking people, talk to them, expose yourself to them, and mm, and also adjust your study plan based on your strengths and weaknesses. So that you should have some goals in your mind for progress to stay motivated. Remind yourself of the benefits of passing the self-pip test for your personal and professional development. And one very important thing is the family support. If parents are watching this live, if like I mean, spouses, or if you're a husband, if you're a wife, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, listen to me. I mean, this is very important. You need to help the test taker.
Mhm.
Communicate with the family members about your study schedule and request their support. I'm talking to the test takers. And understanding during your preparation period is very important. Don't put pressure, parents and uh, I mean fathers, mothers, and like husbands and wives. Do not put a lot of pressure on the test taker. Let him feel at ease and be fully prepared for uh, the test day.
Thank you. So in while preparing for the test, so let's say we've done our homework, we've listened to the podcast, we've read newspapers, and we've read clippings, and we've kind of developed our speaking as well. Let's say that somebody has is coming to you for to improve their listening skills, but they're also weak in reading skills. Is there anything that they can do to kind of like do tackle those issues together?
Okay, so let me start this way. There's so many students calling us with this misconception that they say, Suresh, I'm taking the test like in 2 weeks from today. Uh, just teach us or teach me all the strategies and techniques for so I mean listening, reading, writing, speaking in a couple of sessions. My English is good, and I just want to be prepared for this test, and I need a 9, 8, 10. I don't know. The first question I asked them, it might sound funny to you. The first question I asked them is that, have you removed the germs from your ears? And they say, what? Germs in my ears? No, I go to the doctor every 6 months. I don't have any germs in my ears. And I say, I'm not talking about medical germs. I'm talking about lingual germs. So you may wonder what lingual germs are. In my opinion, this is the term that I have coined myself. So I think lingual germs. Um, so a lot of us, um, we live in Canada, we live in England, we live in an English-speaking country. Well, we don't expose ourselves to English language. We are not in contact with native speakers. So our ears have been closed. At times we open them, we listen to the radio, we speak to someone at Walmart or like at a supermarket, then we close them. And then we start speaking our own language with our family members. If you want to be a good learner of English and at the end of the day, successful I mean, in any test, IELTS, CELPIP, or any test, you need to have wide open ears. You need to make sure that you hear every single word, every single word. When you hear every single word, make sure that um, you can be successful on reading, writing, and speaking, and all your four skills will be highly improved. I remember like a few minutes ago, I talked about the kid just born needs a few months time to make folders in his mind. Then he will start to speak. Then he will go to school, and then he will start to write, read, and everything. So remove the germs by listening, 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 and listening. Um, I'm going to talk about if I can. I'm going to talk about I mean something a lesson plan or that we always offer our students just as they enter. They start our classes, our courses at ILIA English Academy. So the first thing, before they start the first session, and I highly recommend all of you who are watching this live to follow it. And if you have any questions, and if you need any guidance, don't hesitate to call us. So we will definitely help you with like any um, part that you may not understand how you should do that. So the first thing we always ask the students to um, transcribe an audio file. What audio file? So because you're preparing for the CELPIP test, so you can get connected to CELPIP.ca. There are two free practice tests of CELPIP, and there are two audios, two full listening tests. So choose one of them and start transcribing from high to by A to Z of that audio. So what is transcription? Transcription is bringing down onto the paper, here typing, whatever you hear. Just like a journalist goes to a seminar, he records the speech of the speaker, comes back to the office of the magazine or newspaper. He brings everything down onto the paper, prepares it gives it to the print house for the tomorrow's edition of the newspaper or magazine. So not even one letter should be missed. Try to make sure that you are transcribing every single word, every single letter onto the paper. This is called transcription. You may need to stop that audio file or one word 100 times. Do it. The
Mhm.
readers will complain even if one word is missing tomorrow. So this is a careful and meticulous transcription. Right after transcription is the check-in time. So how can we check this thing that we have written? When you get connected to CELPIP.ca and those two free practice tests, under the start button, which is red, the red box, you see, I don't know what exactly is written there, but it's the transcript, the full script of test A, full script of test B. So this is the script of test A. This is your transcription here. And compare these two. So make sure that what you have written is exactly the same thing that you see here. Even the space, even the capitalization, the punctuation which has been used in the final script here. And highlight the differences on your transcription here. That's the second stage. So transcription, and number two, checking. Number three, now that you have transcribed, you have repeated some parts so many times, and you have also done the checking. Now it's time to do, so we don't need that script anymore. Now put your headset on again, and this is sentence by sentence transcription practice. Sorry, sentence by sentence repetition practice. So you listen to one sentence, stop, repeat, play, stop, repeat, play, stop, repeat. Here, you are improving your listening and speaking. In the previous one, listening, automatically repeating something, speaking, writing something, writing, and then you read what you have written. So all the four skills have already been practiced. Now, sentence by sentence repetition. After you finish your sentence by sentence repetition, it's time for the final stage, which is called shadowing. So, what is shadowing? Shadowing is repeating at the same time whatever a speaker is talking about. It's just like you go to your favorite singer's concert. So, just as he starts singing your favorite song, you will start singing at the same time with that singer. So, that is called shadowing. Now that you have done the transcription, you've done the checking, you've done the sentence by sentence repetition, you should be able to repeat at the same time with any speaker. Here, the characters on that audio file of CELPIP listening. So when you follow all these four stages meticulously, so make sure that all the germs have been removed from your ears, and you will not only succeed on the test day, but also you will be a good communicator next times you meet any native speaker of English. Sorry, I talked a lot.
No, 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 that is good. I have
Of
a few additional questions about this.
course.
So you, I understand the value of these four ways, and like how it can help you develop your knowledge of the English language and your understanding of like a conversation. But I'm just curious, like I'd like to know a little bit more about how does shadowing, like let's say I am practicing shadowing, how do I know that I'm doing it right, and that what I'm doing is going according to your plan, and what are the mistakes that I could make in shadowing? I guess I'm trying to understand how shadowing really helps.
Uh, the thing is, we never memorize our favorite singer songs. Never. We listen to them a lot, so many times. So just as the album is released, we play it. It's all around us. Maybe we are not listening to that song carefully, but after 5 days, when we play it another time, we realize that, oh my God, I can sing at the same time with that speaker, with that singer, with anyone who is speaking. So listening and listening and listening and listening, frequent listening will make you master shadowing, in my opinion. I mean, so when you do the transcription, because you need to repeat it maybe one word 100 times, because the readers are going to read the newspaper the day after. So, and then you have done the checking, you have the script. So everything is here.
Hmm.
Everything is here. I mean, you're expected to be able to do the shadowing. First time, uh, it might sound and look, I mean, scary. Oh my God, how can I do that? But it's like a piece of cake. I promise. I mean, practice it. And then you will see that, like, when you are focusing on reading, you're a fast reader. I mean, because like these two, when these two are improved, you will see the effect on the other skills as well. Shadowing is will do the magic. We have a video on our Instagram. When you visit our Instagram page, then you go like 6 or 7 rows down from the top. There is a video, there is a picture of a speaker, and then you will find it out. And if you need any help, you can contact us and we will help you with everything.
I was on mute. So thank you so much
Of course.
for your tips. It's very interesting to know that I will be able to improve my skills with just one aspect of listening. Um, I think that's one of my takeaways, definitely. For you guys who watched the video, um, if you have any specific takeaways or any questions that you'd like to ask Saruj, you can write them in the comments below always, but you can also reach out to his Instagram account. I think we've linked all of his important accounts in the description below. So definitely do check that out. And if you'd like to reach out to him, please do so. They do provide online services, so you don't have to worry about being in Canada. You can reach out from wherever in the world. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
We
And
really appreciate your time.
thank you very much. Thank you everyone for watching this live. And I wish all of you success and all the best. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, so thank you so much again, guys, for joining us and paying attention. We hope that you were able to get something out of this episode, especially kind of like what we were at least focusing on, and what we wanted to hack was the ability to kind of prep in a short amount of time. I hope you understand what that means. Like if you have 15 minutes, how are you going to learn all four components? And I think he provided a great example for that. Um, Okay, so thank you for joining us and subscribing our channel. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have more questions, please ask us in the comments below. I see that some of you are having quite a few have asked us about like the reading sections, and if you see in the live chat, we've pasted some videos. Those links to those videos are really good for your reading support. They have strategies on note taking and things like that, so definitely do check that out. Yeah, quite a few of you are asking for reading. So something that Sarush mentioned earlier was, I guess, like there is no, so when you're looking for prep hacks, like if you want to improve your preparation, that's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about test hacks. We're talking about how to optimize your preparation, how to hack your preparation. So one of the ways that he suggested was that in your busy schedule, definitely kind of make time to listen to things, and you can go back and watch the video. If you're thinking how does listening relate to reading, it does. There's a whole other strategy behind it. So definitely kind of like make use of your time, whatever time you have available, to kind of listen to things. And like even if you're watching shows, literally like pay attention to the words they're saying. That will definitely help you. And if you want to watch specific videos related to test strategy with Brandy, those are also linked in the description. Sorry, in the chat. So please leave any suggestions that you'd like to see, like you'd like for us to talk about more on CELPIP Live. A lot of these episodes we have today are from suggestions we have received from all of you. So you can also ask us these on social media. We're there on Instagram, we're there on Facebook, we're there on X or Twitter, and we post most of our updates there. So definitely please do follow us and stay up to date. And I haven't forgotten our trivia question. Which Canadian author did not attend school full time until she was 12 years old, but currently holds more than 25 honorary degrees from institutions all over the world? That's none other than Margaret Atwood. If you're not familiar with her literary works, you might be familiar with the show Handmaid's Tale. Um, that is based off of her books. And that's it for today. So, our next episode will be a Halloween special. It's a really fun one where Brandy will be going through listening, reading, and writing strategies. So, for those of you who are talking here about like requiring listening support and reading support, please do join us for that video, because it's a great way to understand how you can develop your listening, reading, and writing skills while also having fun, or like while also watching like a show or something like that. So that's a really good episode for that. Please do join us, and then you'll also get to see Brandy in costume. So I will give you more information on when and what time it is, but definitely do join us. Until then, please stay safe and take care. Bye.